here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. Trevor Etienne to return this. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his third season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects, everything just feels like it's in slow motion, and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and a lone yard coming up. They run again with Hubbard. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. And a Panther first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15. First down, Carolina.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, it's Hubbard. And he finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snapped out of Young. Pulled in by Tommy Trumbull. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Young working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 21 yards. And a Panther first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the 1st down.
1st and goal, Carolina.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Look, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Trying again, following the sack. Has it in close. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Isaiah Davis on the return. Jukes one defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
While his 4-2 record wasn't good enough to keep the starting job in Pittsburgh over Russell Wilson, that performance was enough to show the rest of the NFL there's still potential in him to go lead a franchise.
And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
That's good for a Jets 1st down.
I can assure you of one thing, that carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds a man, Mason Taylor has it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Shotgun snap, a gift to home. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every whole home run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
The kick by Folk is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. Spins out of one stop. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd try. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Going to the ground again on first. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Pass brought in by Tattaroa McMillan. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Looking slant route complete. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. From the pistol, it's Young. get 6 more on their early advantage. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to...
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field. That play's going to remain a touchdown. Going after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11.
Jets 3.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
For Carolina.
On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw Fields. Finds a man right side. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st down throw for Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. Fields out of the gun. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. Panthers with Trevor Etienne deep to return. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. Give them an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
1st down.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Young on the play action. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Xavier Leggett the target on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
On second down, it's Hubbard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
5 DBs out there for the Jets. Third down. Out of the gun, Young. Throw left side, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Set up the screen here for Hall. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
At that down the distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Oh, running between the tackles. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Field throwing here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Austin McNamara on now to punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Carolina offense headed out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. Nearly starts the drive with the first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Carolina.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. The scoreboard reads 14-3. More from MetLife coming right up. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Here's Hubbard on the give. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 29 yards. First down, Panthers.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Off the play fake, it's Young. Has it down close. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Hubbard. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. There's another for him. And he gets nothing here. The defense stands strong.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Now from the 2-yard line, it's 3rd and goal. They'll try with Hubbard. And this is going to end behind the line, Brock. A great stop down in close. Now let's see if they want to risk it here on 4th and goal.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. Fitzgerald sends this through. And that extends their lead to 14.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the New York offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 31.
The 2nd down pass. Shaw Smith-Wade on the tackle. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. It's Young to throw here on first. Connects on the crosser. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
That's complete. Sanders has got it outright. And they bring him down around the 34.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Came off that other pistol. Here's Hubbard. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
All right, set now. First and 10. Counter play, Hubbard. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Young. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
On comes Ryan Fitzgerald and the Panthers field goal team here on 4th down. His first kick was good, and his second look from 35 yards away. Fitzgerald sends this through, and that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets offense now set to take over. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
As That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Short side option here. Oh, Fields loses it. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Fields on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Back deep to return, Trevor Etienne. Goes for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. That was Tanaroa McMillan he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Hubbard quick on the draw. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Young working from the gun. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Sam Martin on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Jets out to begin another drive. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now it's Fields. Now he takes it, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Short pass brought in. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Throwing on 1st down, Fields. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm just starting to feel bad for this quarterback and his family because he is just taking a beating before our eyes.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Fields. And he's there to send that one away. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
That is incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here's Austin McNamara on for the punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Hubbard again. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
1st down, Panthers.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. Juke the defender. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll give the Panthers the 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the pistol, it's Young. Finds him over the middle. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. 7 yards that time, and now it's going to be 3rd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards. and they just got a very successful one.
Young on 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. To some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers make it a 24-point ball game.
Jets 3. Ryan Fitzgerald.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Longoon now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. That score pushed the deficit to 24, so every opportunity to chip away at it important as they take the field. They've got 1st down from the 31. Looking to throw Fields. He tucks it and takes off. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
20. And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets, with some work to do, trailing in this game. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. He's keeping it again. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. He's calling his own number again. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, will not get past the line. He's held up at 4. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Fields to throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Fields looking to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now, they're left with 4th and goal.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4. They do snap it. Here's Fields. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
What an absolute bonus for this offensive coordinator when you've got a QB that can create. What a nightmare for a defense as they just get run on.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now.
Jets 10.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Dowdle now to return it. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Renfro, the receiver, in motion left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Cops, this is Xavier Leggett. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Man in motion here. Out of the gun, Young. Dumps it underneath, Hubbard. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side.
Complete to Xavier Leggett. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here's the Jets offense getting ready to start our 3rd quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They start the half with the gift to Hall. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
16 yards. That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
First down throw for Fields. And the Panthers are there. him down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Blood in the water defensively after that sack. This offense facing 2nd and 23. Another try following the sack. Throw right side, cut by Wilson. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
11 yards on the
Time and
play.
again, receivers will tell their
Brings up
quarterbacks,
third
just
down
give me a
and 12.
chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Now Fields. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard
This entire play,
line.
Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Fields on first down. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
A pistol snap. Fields into traffic. Complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
8 yards on the
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing again, it's Fields. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here, it's Hall. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Brees Hall with the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets cut the lead down to 10.
27. Jets 17.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, this is Etienne. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
On the play. First down, Panthers.
What what a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Off the play fake, it's Young. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Young working from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush a passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap now to Young. Looking, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. He breaks the tackle. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They start the drive at home. Broke through the tackle. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap to Fields. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Set up the screen here for Hall. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. Into the secondary past the 40. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's another Jets 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Here's Hall once more, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
The they'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields steps up, and he's running with it. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets cut it to a field goal game.
Panthers 27, Jets 24.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Dowdle now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st down, ball at the 36. They run again with Hubbard. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Young. He's got pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they could check that box.
And it's a nickel look for the Jets. 3rd down. Here's Young to throw. Got a man, and Horn has it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Carolina.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He finds Evans left side, and he's brought down at the line. An injured player out there after the snap, and the medical staff quickly out to him. And that is Geno Smith that they're headed for. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, give to Hubbard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Third down. Jets are in a dime set. 6 defensive backs out there. Young to throw it. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Carolina in punt formation. The Jets and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to throw. Here's Fields. Dumps it off to his running back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line for second down. Fields to throw it. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Fields throwing here. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he'll make the fair catch. Didn't make it to the 50. This one just short of midfield. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. Hubbard trying this up the gut. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. From the 43. He'll step up, and there he goes. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Panthers.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Young on 1st and 10. That one's complete right side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
A gain of 5.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This is down on 2nd down. And he stopped just shy of that first down at the 28. 3rd down upcoming. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. third down, 1 yard to go. Here's Dowdle again. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Would have been a 45-yarder, but instead the offense staying out there, and they're going for it on fourth. They'll go, Dowdle. They blow this play out. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run, and the reward is they get off the field.
The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. They've got first down from the 31. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Hall running between the tackles. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 43-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Fields out of the gun. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Hall takes it straight ahead. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That stop made by Derek Brown.
2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 41. Buys time, rolling right. A good business decision there as he covers up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. So we hit the end of the third quarter. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Third and just 2 to go. He's tackled with the first down yardage.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Jets first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Going to the ground again on first. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
All right, they need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive. On the move, headed right. And he's able to take this one down at the 25.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. This, 42 yards from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Dowdle now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Into the hands of Leggett. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On the gun, a run for Dowdle. Pushing for the red zone. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Carolina.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Young. That one connects. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up first and goal. Going down on the run. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Panthers take a fourth-quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Fitzgerald up and good on the PAT. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7.
27.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. This makes it up to the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, they can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's good for a Jets.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw Fields. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Fields. Throw left side, Taylor has it. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Running back sent in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got it to him yet again. That is cuffed. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now Fields again. He can run it. And he goes down to avoid a hit, so give him a gain of close to 4. That's going to set up 2nd down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Fields. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Nick Folk. This from 48 on the left hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, this is ETN. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. On the draw, it's Dowdle. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the 29. Chased out to his right. And Young with a smart move here on the slide as he picks up the first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Shotgun give now to Dowdle. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the ground again with Dowdle. He is down to the 30-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
At the 30-yard line, a gain of 15. And a Panther first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets knocked.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's the give to Dowdle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Carolina.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, Young. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And going play action. Young. This one's caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Here's Dowdle straight up the middle. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Young working from the gun. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers now lead by 10. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11.
Jets 30.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Wangu now to return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How is a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He'll set up the screen here for Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
2nd and 13. Forced out to his right. A good business decision there as he covers up at the end of it. Give him around 7 and give this offense now 3rd down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
The Panthers going with the dime. 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on 4th down. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. The Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle, well, can mean a touchdown.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers push their lead to 18.
Jets 30.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff.
Kickoff for Carolina.
On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jets offense now set to take over. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Trying again, following the sack. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Fields out of the gun. It's caught by Wilson. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. The Jets take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Another throw for Fields. Connects with his back, Hall. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing again, it's Fields. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Fields throwing once more. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Score! Touchdown, New York! The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Hey, 3 touchdown games aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. This QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Jets make it an 11-point ball game.
48. Jets 37.
Time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Panthers recover the onside kick. That should lock up this win.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Panthers and running back Rico Dowdle back out now. And with just a lone timeout remaining across the field, they're going to be able to run out this clock on the victory. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from New York.